What's up, everybody? Well, I got another Asus G15, Asus Ally X, and Z1 Extreme gameplay video for you guys today. I don't think we'll be playing this game on the Asus, because it seems like, well, it's easy to run, but Steam Decks didn't really like it very much, so we're gonna see how the Allies do in this video. I mean, it was still playable, but no videos. I mean, the performance was still pretty subpar. Like, it could hit its target refresh rate, but it would constantly have drops, and the frame times were all over the place. So I don't know if that's just the way the game is, and it's just a bad PC port, or if it was just a SteamOS thing. Well, I know the videos were a SteamOS thing, I think. We'll see here. Maybe they don't work on Windows either, but we shall see. So let's stop blabbing, and let's hop on in the game, and let's go find out.
So here's the settings I was gonna try. I was gonna just go in, do 1080p. I figured it would run just fine, but then I realized, no, it does not. Anything but, in fact. So after this, we'll hop on over and I'll show you guys what it does. So let's go and do just that. So at first I just tried to launch it a few times here. Now I did notice something eventually when I decided to start sleuthing as to why it wasn't working. When you do it this way through big picture mode, it doesn't actually install the stuff it's supposed to install to make it work. So I figured, oh, well that's an easy fix. We'll just go into non-big picture mode, install stuff the right way, and everything will be good. Which I'll still show you what it did and how to do that. But for me anyway, I still couldn't get in no matter what I tried, even though I tried a plethora of things afterwards. But anyway, we go in here, hit normal, loading and all that good stuff, but then as soon as it's done loading, we instantly crash back to the desktop, or big picture mode, which might as well be the desktop in this case. But anyway, now let me go show you the screen that it was missing the whole time that we were in big picture mode. So here's the screen that we were missing when we were in big picture mode. It just wasn't coming up. So I figured, oh, this is probably the problem. Okay, well, let's just install all this. You do not need to install the Adobe thing unless you really want to read the comic. And then you get DirectX, install that. Takes a little bit. But I'll probably just, if I remember correctly, I paused after. Yeah, there we go. So all that gets done. I went back to big picture mode expecting, okay, now everything will work for us. No problem, right? Well, unfortunately, I was wrong. So here we go. It only lets me skip so many little things. There we go. And then we'll try what we were doing before. Although, heck, we can just hit continue, because it's not like we got anywhere. But, unfortunately, same exact problem. Well, not exact problem. I thought we were good. We get to actually go through all of this, and then I paused, because I wanted to watch the video, because I couldn't on the Steam Decks. So, as soon as the video got done, though, it instantly crashed back to the desktop and we were back to square one, and then I couldn't even get this to play after that. Although maybe it saved to the part where it was just crashing over and over again. That could be.
Threaten the very fabric of the universe. In time, heaven and hell came to honor the Council and its laws. For none were beyond the swift and terrible justice of the Council's enforcers. A fearsome brotherhood known as the Four Horsemen. Amid the turmoil, the first humans emerged. The Council foretold that these weak but cunning creatures would someday be integral to the balance. Thus, a third kingdom was named, the Kingdom of Man. By order of the Council, a truce was forged between heaven and hell. The Great Pact was bound by 7 seals, to be broken at the appointed time, when man's kingdom stood ready for the end war. A battle that would bring balance and determine the ultimate fate of the 3 kingdoms.
And then, after this, since it was just going to be like a movie, I paused, watched the movie. But, unfortunately, as soon as the movie was done, I was back here again. No fun. But at least we got to watch some of it, but not really worth it. Anyway, let's go wrap this up, shall we?
Well, alright guys, I guess that's a wrap for this video. That is a shame. I cannot get this game to work no matter what. Now at first I thought I was onto something. If you play in big picture mode and you just hit play, it doesn't install the prerequisites. So I was like, oh okay, well that explains things. That's why it insta crashed. Okay, let's just go out of big picture mode, install this stuff like I was showing you. And then as soon as it did that, well, it started the game automatically honestly, but I was like, okay, well, it got that far. It didn't screw anything up, so let's just exit. I went back to big picture mode, started the video back up for you guys, and then we were able to watch the video, but as soon as I was done watching the video, it crashed again, and then after that, you can't even watch the video or anything. It goes back to doing the info crash, and it does it on both of them, I made sure. And I don't think you need that Adobe crap. After reading it a little closer, I did not install that at all, because I think that's just Adobe Reader, so you can read a comic that comes along with the game. It has nothing to do with the actual game. Now, the DirectX and all that stuff failing on the Steam Decks, that's probably why I couldn't watch the videos. But the rest of the game actually seems to work. On the Steam Deck's not the greatest, but I still want to try on the Lenovo and see what's what. And then I'm still going to try on the Firebat and small form factor, just to see if it's like a Ally thing or if this is a Windows thing. It was sounding like it was a Windows thing from what I was reading online. I tried all the compatibility modes, turning off Afterburner. I tried everything I could think of and the internet could think of. And half the things I already thought of before checking the internet were things they told me to do. But I tried turning off full screen optimizations and all that, so I couldn't even turn it into controller mode or any of that stuff. It turned everything off. And even that wouldn't let me play. So I was like, okay, compatibility mode where it doesn't work, that doesn't work. Obviously, it's just almost impossible to play this game on either Allies or Windows. One of the two. And maybe that's why the newer Warforged edition exists. Hopefully that works. We're gonna try that later, because I'm not gonna accept just a complete failure. Game seems fun as hell. Sucks not to be able to play it. I figured Windows would be like, hey, yeah, no problem. You just install it and it works. So both the Steam Deck and the Ally had different issues, but at least on the Steam Deck, if you don't care about the story or the videos, you can at least play. This one, you can't. So, or at least not easily. There might be some super roundabout way I didn't find that does make it possible, but I did not find that. So we're just gonna wrap this video on up. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, because I sure as hell enjoy making it for you guys. And until the next video, peace out, guys.